If you've ever received an unexpected tax bill from the ATO and had no idea where it came from, chances are you've just met Division 293 tax. It's a rule that catches many high income earners off guard, mainly because it's not something that your employer considers in your PAYG withholding, and it usually doesn't appear on the radar until the ATO comes knocking. In this video, we're going to unpack what Division 293 tax actually is, how it works, and what you can do about it. In simple terms, Division 293 tax is an extra 15% tax on certain super contributions for high income earners. It applies when your income plus certain super contributions exceed the Division 293 threshold. For the 2025-26 financial year, the threshold remains at 250,000. If your income plus concessional contributions push you over this threshold, the concessional contributions above the limit may be taxed at an extra 15%. That's on top of the usual 15% already applied in super. To calculate your Division 293 tax, the ATO adds up two things. One, your Division 293 income, and two, your Division 293 super contributions. If the total exceeds 250,000, then a portion or all of your super contributions may be hit with the additional tax. Let's break down both components now. The Division 293 income includes more than just your salary. It's a broad measure of income that may include taxable income after deductions, any reportable fringe benefits, a net investment or rental property loss, distributions from family trusts, and termination payments or bonuses. Less any super lump sums taxed at 0% and amounts released under the First Home Buyer Super Saver Scheme. Just a word of warning, this is why some people get unexpectedly stung in years where they've had a one-off capital gain, a property sale, or a large bonus. They're pushed over the threshold unknowingly. Now let's look at the Division 293 super contributions. These are your concessional, your pre-tax super contributions, and include employer contributions, which may be super guarantee, employer additional contributions, or salary sacrifice contributions, any personal deductible contributions, any allocations from defined benefit schemes, and any other assessable concessional contribution. If you exceed the $30,000 cap, only the non-excess amount is counted for Division 293 purposes. This means if you're eligible to utilise unused carry-forward concessional contributions from previous financial years, the carry-forward additions are included in the Division 293 calculation. If the sum of your Division 293 income plus the Division 293 super contributions is greater than the Division 293 threshold, then Division 293 tax will apply. Taxable contributions are the lesser of the Division 293 super contribution and the amount in excess of the threshold. Now let's look at a couple of real-life examples. Example 1 is where a partial Division 293 tax applies. Jane earns a salary of $230,000 plus superannuation. Now, based on the current super guarantee rate of 12%, her employer contributes $27,600 into her super. In addition to this, Jane also receives $10,000 from a family trust distribution. We first calculate her Division 293 income, which is $230,000 plus $10,000 from the trust distribution, giving us a total of $240,000. We then look at Jane's Division 293 super contributions, which in this case is just the employer SGC of $27,600. If we add those two together, we get $267,600, which means Jane has exceeded her Division 293 threshold by $17,600. The taxable contribution is the lesser of the Division 293 super contribution, which is $27,600, and the amount in excess of the threshold, which in this case is $17,600. So in this example, Jane's taxable contribution is the excess above the threshold of $17,600. As a result, Jane would be required to pay Division 293 tax of $2,640. Now let's look at an example where Division 293 tax would apply to all of the super contributions. In this instance, we're going to assume that Jane's income remains the same, but her trust distribution jumps from $10,000 to $100,000. This means Jane's Division 293 income is $230,000 plus $100,000 from the trust, which is $330,000, and her Division 293 super contributions remains at $27,600. If we combine those two, we get 357,600, which means that Jane has exceeded her Division 293 threshold by $107,600. The taxable contribution is the lesser of Division 293 super contributions, which is 27,600, and the amount in excess of the threshold, 107,600. In this instance, the taxable contribution is the Division 293 super contribution of 27,600, and Jane would be required to pay Division 293 tax of $4,140. While you can't always avoid Division 293 tax, there are some strategies that may help reduce the exposure, especially if you're sitting near the $250,000 threshold. Here are a few things that you could consider. 1. Structure investment assets wisely. Where appropriate, consider holding income generating investments in structures like your spouse's name, family trusts, investment bonds, companies, rather than in your personal name. This can help manage how much income is assessed to you personally. 2. Time your capital gains tax. If you're planning to sell an asset with a large gain, consider whether it can be timed for a lower income year or spread across multiple financial years, if the asset can be sold in stages. 3. Review business structures. If you're self-employed, you may be able to adjust how your business income is distributed. Some structures may allow more tax-efficient income splitting or deferral. And 4. Claim eligible deductions. Consider legitimate deductions such as income protection premiums paid personally, charitable donations, or other investment-related expenses. Just remember that net investment losses, like negative gearing losses, are added back for Division 293 purposes. So while it's worth being mindful of the $250,000 threshold, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Super remains one of the most tax-effective ways to build long-term wealth, even if Division 293 tax applies. The key is to make informed decisions that align with your overall financial goals. If you are assessed with Division 293 tax, you'll receive a notice from the ATO. You then have 60 days to choose how you pay. You can either pay it personally from your savings or release funds from your super using the ATO's election form. Which option is right for you depends on your situation. If you're approaching retirement and want to maximise your super balance, it often makes sense to pay the tax personally and leave your super intact to grow in a tax-effective environment. But if you're younger and you would prefer not to dip into your savings, especially if you're already contributing extra to super, then releasing the tax from your super might be a more practical option. We often get asked, is super still worth it if Division 293 tax applies? And the answer is absolutely. Even if your super contributions are taxed at 30%, which is the 15% standard tax rate plus the 15% for Division 293, this is still lower than the top marginal rate of 47%, including Medicare levy for high income earners. So if your taxable income is over $190,000, you can either lose 47% of it or 30% of it. That's a 17% tax saving and still a very strong incentive. However, keep in mind, super is a long-term strategy. The younger you are, the more cautious you need to be, as you're locking money away until you meet a condition of release. You'll also want to factor in your goals timeframe and legislative risk, given the rules around super can change. As always, it's about weighing up the short-term trade-offs for the long-term gain. Division 293 tax can be frustrating, mainly because it often catches people off guard. But once you understand how it works, you can plan around it with confidence. If you've had a high income year due to bonuses, capital gains, trust distributions, or business profits, it's worth checking whether you've crossed the Division 293 tax threshold. This becomes especially important when reviewing super strategies and how income is structured. At Guided Investor, we consider the impact of Division 293 tax in the context of your broader financial strategy under tailored advice. If you're in phase 2 or 3 of the wealth creation process, contributing extra into your super may still be worthwhile, even if the additional 15% tax is applied. The long-term benefits of super's tax-effective environment may outweigh the short-term cost. If you think Division 293 tax is applicable to your situation, we strongly recommend you speak with your financial advisor. They can help assess the appropriateness for your particular situation. Please note, the information contained in this video is general in nature only and does not take into consideration your objectives, financial situation, or needs. As legislation is constantly changing, the accuracy of this information is only current as at the time of recording. Before relying on the information, you should check to see if the content is still relevant.